The UK and US launched strikes against 16 Houthi rebel sites in Yemen overnight. There are fears the strikes could drag the West into a wider conflict in the region, involving Iran, Lebanon and Israel. But who are the Houthis, and how is a rebel group from one of the world's poorest countries capable of launching helicopter raids and ballistic missile attacks? The Houthi movement came to prominence in the 1990s as a Shia Muslim resistance group opposed to the rule of the Saudi and US-backed Sunni Muslim majority government of Yemen. Initially formed from the Houthi tribe based in the northwest of Yemen, they slowly gained a wider following across the country. In 2004, their leader, Hussein al-Houthi, was killed by the Yemeni military, further ramping up hostilities and entrenching the Houthis' position as a major armed opponent of the government. In 2014, the Houthis led a successful coup against the Yemeni government, taking control of the capital Sana'a. Despite a Saudi Arabian-led military intervention against the Houthis between 2015 and 2022, the Houthi rebels have retained control of around 70% of Yemen, including the capital. But the fighting took a terrible toll on Yemen's civilian population, leading to more than 370,000 deaths, with around 60% linked to starvation and disease caused by the war. Effectively controlling the majority of the country for more than a decade, with the internationally recognised Yemeni government forced into exile in Saudi Arabia, and with the financial and military support from Shia Muslim ally Iran, the Houthis are perhaps now rebels only in name. This helps to explain how so-called rebels are able to launch such sophisticated attacks against commercial shipping routes. It also adds significance to the British and US military strikes against Houthi targets, which some may perceive as an act of war against a nation-state, rather than just a strike against a militant group. Equally significant is the Houthis' close alliance with Iran and Hezbollah in Lebanon, who are united in their opposition to Israel's current war in Gaza. Some believe the Houthis' attack on what the group claims are ships linked to Israel is an attempt to gain international recognition as the de facto rulers of Yemen and prove their worth to their Shia Muslim allies across the region. With Russia deepening its alliance with Iran against the West over the war in Ukraine, and the US vowing to defend Israel against any attack by Iran, it's easy to see how the Houthis, the so-called rebels in one of the world's poorest countries, could soon be at the centre of a major international crisis.